Hey, what's going on YouTubers, gamers and fellow hobbyists? Welcome to an episode of On the Bench with Pete. Feels like I haven't done one of these for a while. I don't think I have actually. I know I've probably missed at least 1 week. So it's been crazy with all the Games Workshop stuff coming up. But I want to do one, and I want to work on some pygmies I've got, and this is a little porta cabin thing here. Although I'm not going to do an awful lot to it. I kind of like it as it is, but I might do some washes, and I might do the door a different colour. We'll see. Not quite sure what direction I'm going on that one yet, but like I say, yeah, we'll see. But I definitely want to do some work on my pygmies. If I've got time, I want to do work on my Titan model, my Titan dog. It's called Titan. It's a long story. But yes, we'll see. I often run out of time anyway. But anyway, enough jibber jabber. Let's get down to it. But before we do, make sure you grab your paints and your brushes, your models. Get yourself a cup of tea. Get sorted. Get settled. Because we're going to be here for about an hour. So let's get to it. Okay, so here we are. I've got a bit of jackbone done. It's a bit messy. Can't really. I hate it when I get paint over the colour name. That's right, jackbone. You can still make that out. Ooh, other way. There you go. I'm going to put a bit of Lemire medium with that lot there, just to help thin it down, give me a little bit of control with it. There we are. And that should be all we need, he says. I don't know. Pick a brush. That's what I'll do. I'll choose this one actually. So I'm just going to raise the camera now and start painting. Right, so it's been a while since I've done one of these. So why is that then? I guess it's due in part to all the hype about the new edition of Warhammer that's coming out. Not sure why they call it new edition and not 8th edition, or even if they ever give it a numerical value and it's just us, the customers, that do that. I don't know. I call it 8th, so sometimes I refer to it as new. It is a new edition, but it is technically 8th. And because of all the updates, and they said they were going to put out updates every day on a daily basis, right up until when it comes out, I thought I was a bit dubious. I thought, nah, they won't. But they are, and they have been, and they are continuing to do so. And it's very encouraging actually. I know Warhammer is not for everyone. Yeah, it's not bad. I know it's not for everyone, but it is for a large percentage of my viewers, and that's why I've been doing it, and of course to help try and get some traction on my channel, some views. Because that appears to be something I'm struggling with lately, is getting the views up there, I think. Because that's what's important, right? It's the views. It's all about the views. And I like to see videos that get a lot of views. I'm coming around to that way of thinking. I find it more gratifying to have lots of views than lots of subscribers. That's not to say I don't want lots of subscribers, because I do. Who doesn't? But I look at my YouTube analytics and I scratch my head sometimes, think, why I can't see why a certain video was so popular. And then another one which is practically identical was like not popular. Why is that? I look at the tag words and the title and I think, well, I don't see what the difference is there. For some reason, it would appear, oh, she ain't got a spear, that anything with the word Zombicide in the title gets a lot of views. And my Zombicide crows videos are very popular. Murder of crows. I'm probably going to do a Zombicide video of some description in the near future. I'm probably just going to be sorting out my Zombicide games and figures. Well, the figures are sorted. They've got their own little protective case, carry case that I bought and put them in. It's all like a foam in a bag, and it's all good. It keeps them all nice and safe. I mean, we've said as a family we'd like to play Zombicide again because we do enjoy that immensely. So we will get onto that at some point. But also getting very close to us, doing our gone over there. I have to put some Warm Fang Brown on. Very close to us doing our Dungeons and Dragons, which is good, which I like. Quite excited about that. I've got a few figures from Reaper Bones, which I'm quite excited to. I'm going to be painting up in the near future. That's going to be good. So you can expect the odd tutorial here and there from about Reaper Bones models. Okay, I'm going to put the metal tips on the spears, I think. Or shall I put stone tips on? There's a thought. I'll put metal. I haven't done one of these in a while, so it feels weird to be able to be doing this. Had a lovely barbecue the other day, and we're trying to make the most of the sunshine being out and about. You don't get it much, particularly in Plymouth. So yeah, we had a good time. Doctor even had a friend around for the barbecue. Yeah, we had lots of laughs, and a bit of drinky poos. It was good. Some music, a little bit of dancing. Yeah, it was good. Just to be at home and do that, I like that. So much prefer it to going out, to be honest. Makes me sound like a real recluse, doesn't it? But it's true. I much prefer being in the comfort and safety of my own home This is the Pygmy King I've got here. Yeah. And this dude's blowpipe, because I made him a blowpipe because I really wanted him to have a blowpipe, not a spear. I didn't want them all to have spears. I think in the Congo rules, I'll double check, I'm not sure if they got blowpipe as a weapon. But I could certainly check on that. And they might do it in an update if they haven't now. But this set here I've got is the only way to get the Pygmy King, believe it or not. So yeah, is there anything else I would use? Jack Boner, I would use it on his teeth. Yes, I would. Some great models come out of Reaper Bones, I just love them. Well, I know the updates I've been doing, there's a lot of them, but I wanted to keep on top of it. I wanted to do as many read-throughs as they put them out. I know not everybody can read well and or has the opportunity to get to them, so I like to do that. Excellent. Oh, a sip of tea, I think. That's good. I think I'll bring my little porter cabin in at this juncture. Clean my palette. So here we are. It's a question of what shade to put on it, though. That's the big question. And the door, I don't know why, I'm thinking yellow door. I've seen these things in all manner of colours. Blue's quite nice, quite like blue. Actually, I think blue would be very good. Let me just have a check, see what I've got. A range of blue. I've got P3 Signar Blue, this is a highlight paint. I've got McCrag Blue from GW, which is equally good. McCrag is a bit darker. I don't know, I'm thinking of going with the darker one. Yeah, McCrag Blue. So see how that's changed. I won't do the roof blue though, but I will do the sides blue. It's a good job I've got quite a few pots of this, and I'm not going to thin it down at all. Not a bit. I'm just going to, well, I might thin it down a little bit just to make it go further. I tend not to thin down paint so much on MDF though. but that's just the way I am. Yeah, it's a bit of Lemaire medium to thin that out. So, what I will do... Yeah, no, I'm going to do everything except the roof. Crag blue. Sorry about that, guys. That was my daughter just asking if I wanted any rice for dinner. I don't want any rice. Tend to have rice more than chips these days, which is good. Good for us anyway. Healthier. So yeah, what was I saying? I think I was talking about thinning the paint down, wasn't I? But I can't remember exactly. But MDF, when I paint MDF, I tend not to thin the paints down an awful lot. And if I do, it's just a little bit. But what I do, I put the primer on the MDF like I just would any other plastic, really. And then I paint on top, and it seems to work well. And here we are. A blue porter cabin. This could be an office for a building construction site. It could be a cabin for a docking bay. That's something I'm going to be looking at later with a boat and everything, and cranes. You get all that in MDF, you know. Just paint them up and they look fantastic. I didn't get those container crates from GW, but it's quite expensive. You can get the MDF versions for a fraction of the price. I know people say, oh, the MDF soaks up the paint. I suppose it does a little. But when you've got a primer on it, it's not as bad, I find. Yeah, I think that was a good choice going for, I quite like that blue porter cabin, quite like that a lot. Not as worried about using Macragge blue. I mean, as far as the ultramarines and that go, I paint mine traditional blues. But I've got a lot of Macragge blue as a result of that, you know. Yeah, I'll do the insides of the window frames a different colour, like black or something, but yeah, I'm really liking this. Liking the way this is coming out. Going back to Zombicide. Yeah, I'm gonna do... I was thinking a long time ago of doing some... That's right, I'm going over that again anyway. Some tactical videos with Zombicide, putting up some situations that you might frequently come across in Zombicide, and different things you can do in order to maximise your potential in the game, because you know, you've got so many moves, and as you know, the order in which you do things in Zombicide is paramount. It really makes a huge difference. polymer medium. Yes, we do. There we go. Okay, not the last side, but the last small side corner. I'm trying to think about what colour I will do the roof of this porter cabin, and I can't. It's ideal, isn't it, for a construction site or a dock site, because it's an amazing boat I've seen. But I've also seen some cracking sci-fi walkways and things like that. Right. Beautiful. I think McCrack Blue and Mephiston Red are two of my favourite base colours from GW. I really like them. Might even do the steps metal, which they often have on these construction sites. Porter cabin things, the steps are often metal. Lovely McCrack Blue. I find the paint doesn't chip so much on MDF though, if ever. So I do notice that. Paint will soak in more on this side because there's no primer. But that's okay. Just the finishing touches on the bottom. Not that anyone's going to be looking or seeing underneath anyway, but you know. But I know. Right, there we go. So I don't know what colour to do the roof, but oh, blast, I've missed a bit. Missed a bit. There. There we go. It's better. Got a ton of brushes to wash out quickly now. Put that to one side. So yeah, I keep getting sidetracked, don't I? So I was thinking of doing like these almost mini tactical setups, Zombicide. Particularly now I've got the Murder of Crows, which I've had a long time, but I've never really. I've never done much with them other than die, because they're too deadly. I think they're way overpowered. As a unit in Zombicide. You know, it seriously need something to combat them. So we do house rule the crows in our games. So if you pick a crow card, only on the roll of a 1 or a 6, I think, then it actually goes on the board. Because really, if you used to put the murder of crows on the board as it says, you ain't gonna last long. Not at all. I don't think, you know, they should be in every game. There's other ways of doing it. I mean, there's the dice way, you know, when you pick it, roll a dice, and on certain numbers they go on the board. That's one way of doing it. Or you know, you could pick, or you just limit the number of crows cards you have in your deck, or decks. We got decks now. It's got so many cards. Thinking a light brown for the roof, yellow for the door, metal for the steps. What do you reckon? Oh, I picked up another gunmetal colour. Game colour here. Yeah. It's all Vallejo though, isn't it? But yeah. I've already got one, but yeah. Don't know, gunmetal's quite dark enough. I might need to put a bit of black with it. But we'll get the door. Well, we'll get the. I'll wait for that to dry. Whilst I think about what else I'm going to do with these guys here. I think with a Pygmy King. I'm guessing that's his. Oh, I don't know though. That looks like feathers to me in a hat. Not his hair coming through the hat. I'm going to do it as feathers on his hat. I know people probably do it differently. Whereas this guy here, that looks like some sort of plumage on a hat as well. She's got her own hair and the other guys have got their own hair, apart from that dude who's got a hat on. I'll do the feathers white initially though. No, I won't. Oh, give me that. Screaming skull, one flesh. Screaming skull's quite good. Got to do some screaming skull. Yeah. Definitely going to want to thin this down to some lemon medium because stops it drying out as well. Probably got way too much there, but that's okay. The Lemon medium is my new best friend these days. Yeah, I don't want it white. I might do white highlights on it though. See, there's a thing. See, what I'll do is I'll put the washes on. And highlight, or dry brush highlight, which is kind of, you know, a little bit cheating, I suppose. I don't know, not cheating, is it? But it's just a easier technique to highlight. Yeah, that's what I might do. Okay, I'll do the same with him. I could have done red feathers or green or blue or anything really, but I don't know. Told you I'd way too much screaming skull. Then when that's dry, I'll I'm not going to need that anymore, it's a bit wasteful. That'll learn me. That'll learn me. That's the way they talk, don't they? That'll learn you. And I do say that in jest. Thing with MDF, paint dries quite quick. So I have a thought about what colour I want to do the roof. Not exactly. Yellow. Have a look for yellow. I haven't got a lot of yellow. I got one from War Paints, called Demonic Yellow, and I might use that for the door. It's not particularly bright. It's not as dark as Avalon's Sunset, but I'm going to put a wash over the top of it anyway. And yes, I know there's a lot of paint there. I'm not going to fill it down at all with anything. I'm just going to put it on. See, it doesn't cover fantastically, so I'm going to need a couple of coats here. I'll just leave it out then. I reckon I'll need 3 coats. I don't like paints that don't cover well. I don't know if it's a problem with the pigmentation or whatever, but so that's another reason why I'm plastering it on and using loads, because I want to use it up. I won't replace this one when it goes. Yeah, that's awful coverage, terrible. I'll be glad when that's dry, and then yeah. I stand by having yellow as a colour for the door, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. because I've been a bit poorly as well lately. Not all that long ago I was quite poorly. That's one of the reasons, partly why I go off camera, off screen in videos. I don't really want to be in front of the camera when I'm ill. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay. What next he says? I could do like their hair. Pygmy hair. So just take these straight from the pot. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, our barbecue anyway the other day went on, started in the afternoon, early afternoon, went on till late at night, and it got dark, obviously. So I brought out some of our lights from our band, which are outdoor lights, indoor and outdoor lights. Really thick rope lighting I used with all the patterns and that, and it was brilliant. Put a few candles out as well in like jars on the table and stuff, and we continued having a good time. It was really good. It was great. Really good fun. She's got her hair shaved weirdly, this woman. This princess, I think she's a princess. Congo princess, I'm pretty sure of it. It must be the way, I don't know. People of stature in their society have their hair, I suppose. Or the princess has her hair, I don't know. It's just weird the way it's shaved. A reaction, I suppose, to the news of mini wargaming, and their talk recently of branching into other games, covering other games. Makes sense for them really, as they get bigger. He did sort of say as they get bigger years ago, that's probably what he would do. And good for them, you know. They'd have to get dedicated content producers for that, I think. Because no one can learn all the rules to everything and expect to get it right. So you dip it in the yellow, then you get yellow hair. Do the window frames black after of the porta cabin. haven't filmed a game of Zombicide in an absolute age. And I'm wondering whether I ought to. They are, without a doubt, that type of video, the hardest to edit because there's so many clips. It's not that they're hard, it just takes ages. Takes forever and a day. For me. I'm sure there are those of you out there that can do it real easy and, it's not a big deal. But yeah. Once I get these guys done as a unit, I may start on the rest of the forest tribes, get them done, and then we're good to go. No, I'm just some of these with the hats. They got hair underneath that you can see. Various degrees of hair on display. Beards as well. I didn't know to see if the other guy had a beard. I just noticed this one and thought, oh, best do it. Went down to a place called Plimbridge the other day with the dogs. Oh, it was amazing, really amazing. It's a beautiful place. If you're into nature, it's a really beautiful place. And the guys loved it, of course, and we loved it too. My wife was with me. They all got beards and he hasn't. Thankfully. Neither is he, thankfully. Neither is he. Good. Or him. Pygmy King has, but then I would expect him to have. You know. graffiti going on there. Him. Yeah, that looks alright actually. Quite like that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's do these window frames, insides then. I think weather's going to be okay today. It's got clouds and sun and rain, which covers most of the bases, doesn't it? We had an absolutely epic, it's the only word I can describe, thunderstorm the other night here. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It was, I know you get worse ones abroad and that, but my goodness, the whole sky was lighting up. I've got two windows at the back too. Which we will do. Just checking my time, it's actually it's really moving along, isn't it? I forgot how quick the hours go when you're hobbying. Another reason I've been mentioning Zombicide, going back to that, is because, not the only reason, but one of the reasons is, as I've been talking about it here, I can mention it in my title to see how many views I get on this, because I don't know, it's strange. Just strange. Probably be proved wrong now. Still have low viewage, but the On the Bench series tends not to get that many views anyway. But the ones that had Zombicide stuff in did, which says you know, it's a popular game. Yeah, I understand it, but it isn't as popular as Warhammer. Yet when I do those, don't get as many views. It's just odd. Not that it bothers me on that one, because I just enjoy doing it and I get stuff done as well, but you know, it's just odd. Trying to work out why. Well, my wife's inside, she's doing her nails right now. I'm doing this. Cool. I was just thinking then I'm going to do the roof brown, a type of brown. Right. Okay. Go get some gunmetal or lead belcher. oily steel as well, but we've also got iron hull grey. Then you've got the lead belcher, which is pretty much the same as gunmetal. I've got army painted gunmetal, and this is game colour gunmetal, but it's the same. Well, maybe the army painted one slightly darker, I don't know. But I've also got iron hull grey, which isn't metal, I know, but that could even go on the top of the roof, actually. Iron hull grey. Yeah, thinking about it. But I want to do something, that's for the roof, so I'll put that there. Now I'm thinking of, for their spears, I'll go with gunmetal, army painter. I think it's that. Wee bit of Lemay median. Don't all have spears, but so two of them don't have spears. There we are. These are actually Games Workshop spears, not War Games Foundry. They didn't come with spears, which I was a bit surprised at. That's alright. We had, on our barbecue, we had some lovely burgers from Donald Russell. Really gorgeous, succulent. And obviously I wanted to really make sure that they were thoroughly cooked because I don't want anybody getting any food poisoning or anything, but we got 4 left over, so guess what we're having for tea today? Oh yeah. I thought that was Pygmy King for a minute. It's not. It's a similar stance. Here is the Pygmy King. There. Blowpipe equals no spear tip. Excellent. Demonic yellow still drying. But iron hull grey roof. Here we come. Get the lid off. Got 2 pots of this, so okay with using this up. The squirrel brush. Gonna go and I'm driving up to Honiton next week to go and see my mum, so that'll be good. Catch up with my brother and sister, well, one of my brothers and my sister, so that's going to be good. I haven't seen my mum in a while, so look forward to that. She's always wanted one of those chickens, you know, that you those porcelain chickens that you put eggs in. So I picked her one up the other day, and I said I got you one, and she's looking forward to that. I'll take it up with me. She's wanted one ever since I was quite young, and they seemed difficult to come by for a while, but yeah, I managed to pick one up, so I was quite chuffed to be able to do that. I'll have to switch out brushes in a moment. Started rewatching Sherlock as a series. Really enjoy that program. It's really good. I'll swap out brushes now. Yeah, I love the way they do it. It's very clever. Just doing the underside of this roof here so that it'll look good in shadow. I love the consistency of P3 paint, gotta say. I'm a huge fan. I've not come across a bad one yet. Even the metallics are pretty good. There. Roof all done. Pop the lid back up. It's annoying though, this lid's broken, so I sometimes forget when I go to open it. There we go. So yeah, still needs to dry a bit more the yellow of the door. Then all you got to do is the steps and the banister. Yeah. I am wondering what colour to do Pygmy King's hat. Well, actually all their hats, these guys. Signal blue. I've decided, executive decision, and signal blue is what I'm going to use. I'll do their hats and then I'll call it a day. So right then, brush. I might want to use that brush actually, it's quite good. Ugh. Go back to my favourite brushes time and time again. Right. So, Mr. Pygmy King, starting with you. Yeah. Be able to put a wash on these real soon, and they'll start looking better. I may put different washes on for different colours actually, I'm thinking. A lot of these I don't bother, I just do generic, like a generic quick dip type of thing. But, may do different ones. His is a bit easier, it's just all around, he's got no feathers. last but not least, this fellow, and once he's done, I shall call this video a day, and yeah, wrap it up. Yeah, it's easy to fall out of step with these videos if you do them quite regular, and you stop doing them. It's so easy to fall out of step with it. Oh, then again, it's easy to get back into it again, so there is that. Yeah, nice. Excellent. Oh, missed one. Wash the brush out. Get back to it. What am I doing? Oh no. No, he's going to have to sing. The hats are going to be blue. And that is the end of it. Hats are going to be blue. And then they will change once the wash goes on. That'll take them down a notch in brightness. Nearly there, folks. Nearly there. I think we're going to be watching a movie later, because it's actually bank holiday. Yeah, it's bank holiday Monday, day of recording this. So yeah, so those guys are done now, and Paulie Cap is done ish. Wash my brush out. I'll thoroughly wash them later, because I'm going to do a little bit more painting after this, obviously. So hopefully next time you see all of them together, they'll be done or a lot further on. Anyway, glasses off. I'll end it here. So thank you for joining me on this episode of On the Bench. It's been an absolute blast. Got loads done today, I feel. I'm particularly pleased with this porta cabin, the way it's coming along. Doesn't need to be anything fantastic, it's just for the Batman miniatures game. I'll do more detailing on it, but you know, for now. And of course, Pygmies. Thanks guys, I'll see you on the next video. Remember, all brushes lead to war. Bye for now.